Welcome back, Trailblazer fans, to my weekly sports recap show. I'm your host, Dan Wohler, and with me, as always, I have Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Polari. So, Jeff, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Dan.
And with the women's volleyball team, they had their 20th win, and they also had a MASCAC game over the past week. So let's talk about the volleyball team.
Yeah, we'll start with the positive first. They got their 20th win of the season. They continue to build on the best season in school history, record-wise, with a win over UMass Dartmouth on Saturday. The bigger match of the week was the MASCAC match at Worcester State. We went in unblemished at 4-0, and we lost a really tough match in 5 sets. We're still in a very good spot, however, but it puts a lot of emphasis into their final match, final conference match of the regular season this Saturday against Bridgewater.
Right, and the men's soccer team also having a key MASCAC game, actually spawning a playoff berth.
Yeah, you know, the men's team has kind of come alive of late, certainly in the conference. They won 2 out of their last 3 in conference play. They're sitting in a huge pack of teams at 3-3 right now in the conference. So they're in a very good position. They did clinch a playoff berth. They can fall anywhere from the 2nd seed to the 6th seed at this point. Again, depending on a very key match. But Saturday was a great come-from-behind victory. We fell down 1-0 early, and then really came back on senior day. Ryan Baker with a big goal. Dylan Pereira scored the game winner late in the second half. So again, a very big, important victory for the men's team as they continue to move forward. And like I said, this weekend they travel to Framingham State. It's been one of their perennial rivals year in and year out. So I would expect it to be a very hard-fought match with big playoff implications. Right,
and the women's soccer team having an equally huge MASCAC game over the week.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the desired result. Earning a draw down at Fitchburg, but it has put them in a much stronger position. It appears as though that we would own a tiebreaker over Fitchburg State at this point, with still some games to be determined to get into the playoffs, probably most likely as a 6th seed with 1 game remaining. But again, they've played much better of late. They're 2-0-1 in their last 3 games, with a pair of wins coming against Nichols and Mass Maritime, and then the draw against Fitchburg. They have a non-league match today. They look to hope to keep it coming against Riviera today down in Boston, and then they close at home on senior day this Saturday with Framingham, which if they can knock off the Rams, it would solidify their playoff position and definitely punch their ticket to the playoffs.
Right, and how about the men's golf team wrapping up?
Yeah, so the golf team has what we call a wraparound season. They participate in both the fall and the spring. They wrapped up play in the New England Intercollegiate Golf Association Championships down in Cape Cod. It's a 2-day event. It typically is the one that closes out the academic year for the fall anyway. And very good course, very good event. Nick Young once again led the team. I believe he led our team in every match that we had this fall. And they'll put the clubs away for a few months, and they'll get ready to go in the spring with the MASCAC Championships. And I believe they have one other match on the docket in the spring as well.
Sure. So what does the week ahead look like for the volleyball team?
Volleyball's got again, they got a non-league match tonight against SUNY Cobleskill in the Amsler Campus Center, looking to grab their 21st win of the season. And then, like I said, they'll head into the season finale Saturday at 1, celebrating their senior day against Bridgewater State with a match that really carries huge playoff implications. A Trailblazer win would mean that we would host the MASCAC Championships on November 7th. So there's a lot riding on that game, and certainly should be a great atmosphere in the gym.
What about for the men's and women's soccer teams?
So the men's soccer team will be on the road at Framingham. As I said, a very key matchup. Both teams are 3-3 in the league, looking to get a leg up on each other. Both are in the postseason, but again, it's a matter of seeding. Whoever comes out of that with a victory should be in a real strong position to host a first-round playoff game. And then you have the women's team. Like I said, they're going to be hosting Framingham this Saturday at 12 o'clock. That's been a time change on that from 1 p.m. to noon with a noon start. And like I said, they have a very important match. If they can knock off the Rams, they're going to be in a very powerful playoff position. And they'll probably be on the road the first week of the playoffs, but they will certainly be in.
Sure, and thank you, Jeff, for joining us. Folks at home, I just want to let you know you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube to check out more Trailblazer action. So for myself and Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Polari, I'd just like to thank you for watching. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan.